Welcome to the Siffler Falls staging area. We are headed to an unnamed lake. So just gonna ride an old road starting out, and then from there I'm gonna cut through the forest about a K, and then I'm gonna be making my way up Loudon Creek hopefully. We're gonna see how wet that gets, but brought the old sandals, so yeah, should be a good time. You know, I spun my bike lock around so it'd be in front of the seat post instead of behind. I thought it'd be really clever, you know, it can rest on top of the frame, but that gets in the way of my legs. So we're gonna spin it back. Beauty. There's the old bridge, you beaut. And I do mean old. I don't remember when that thing was built, but I think it was the 30s. So yeah, we're gonna see what the sign says, because it's got a plaque and everything. Well, here's the North Saskatchewan. I don't like that. 45, okay. Dare me to ride across? I was already gonna, don't worry. It's a little tricky when you got wide bars and a wide saw on your back. Just keep it straight. Don't do that. That's the saw. Let's see, did I bash it real good? No, that's good. Stay on boardwalk. Well, I'll try. This is about a 600-meter boardwalk. Can't imagine how much this thing cost. Flying. Oh yeah. I guess I should mention this is sort of a reconnaissance trip, so the goal is to see if other people who aren't super big backcountry folks can manage this hike, mostly physically. So I've got a couple bush saws, and if there's any really unhinged deadfall, I'll take it out, especially on the creek, because it just kills your walking speed. You gotta stop every 2 seconds. That's what made Prisoner Point Lake a real joy. Now this is us. This is the old road. I know from one of Vern Dewitt's reports that this should be good to the wilderness area boundary, and I'm not even going that far, so yeah. I'll catch up to you in a bit. Well, you just turned the corner off the main old road onto what I believe is a cut line from have to be quite a while ago, that goes to Siffler Wilderness area. And I know Vern carries typically a really lightweight overnight pack, but I gotta say, I don't fancy biking up this with the 30 odd pounds I have on my back. But hey, probably gets flatter, and then it'll be happy days with this. So, gonna keep on plugging. Well, I checked the Fording River map for this area. It says we're good on the right track, so we got about 5K of this, and I'm hoping I can burn through it pretty quick here, but you know, we'll see how it goes. I don't know about this being a highway, but listen, if you can bike it, that's a good thing. You can definitely bike this. All right. Well, so far, it's only been a couple little fallen trees, and I was able to ride over all of them. The big ones have been cut. This is a nicer section of the trail. I just had to push up a decent sized hill, but we're back. Gotta let the animals know you're coming. Don't really want to become an all-you-can-eat Sunday buffet for any one of the many bears out here. I gotta say, man, every pound you add to your bag standing feels like 2 biking. Or maybe I just haven't done enough cardio. Probably both. That's the thing with cut lines. Zero respect for gradient. None. Unless it's literally a riverbank. But if they can get a bulldozer up it, they put a bulldozer up it, you know? Yeah, see, there's been people out here clearing. Love to see it. Looks like we got a downhill. That's a heck of a view. Holy cow. Oh, buddy. Wow. That's a thing of beauty. Alright, let's put up a quick descent here and then I'll climb the other side of this valley, but I won't film that because it's liable to be pretty boring. Holy! It's loose as frick. Dude, even the head strap almost came off. Well, okay then. I'll see you in a little bit. My plan for taking other people out here is to have them bike this cut line too, and I don't think that's going to happen with this kind of crap. So it's just the trees. I heard of something. Probably should have taken the strain out of this before I started cutting. You live and you learn. Well, I got the saw. I'm going to tackle this guy. And one more, and it's back to the bike. Woo! Yeah, even the king of the forest would be scared if he heard that. Beauty. And now, back to the bike. So far, good saw. We'll see how it holds up over time, but I'm liking it. Pack is also wonderful, but you know, for the prices they charge for these things, I certainly hope it is. Definitely not a bad idea to keep your head on a swivel. Animals are a lot quieter than you are, and you know, get one of those guys sneaking up on you, you're in for a bad time. So talk loud and let them know you're coming and hope they don't want to hunt you, which by and large they don't. So good stuff. Let's keep her moving. Well, the Garmin says we got 2 kilometers as the crow flies to turning off the trail cut line. And since we're on a cut line, that should mean we have roughly 2K of actual riding. A little bit more, but pretty close to 2K. I'm a maniac. Whether or not that's a good thing, I don't know. I'll let you judge for yourself. Whew. Again, though, this is about the steepest thing I'd want to ride with my pack on. So, yeah. Making progress. Looks like we've had some equestrians come through here. Got a hitching post. I don't know what it's actually called. Don't come at me. Well, what was it? Slow and steady wins the race. We'll see. We do have more deadfall here. That's incredibly in the way. So, we're going to deal with it. Just want to see if any of these are in the way enough to merit chopping. This one just offends me. Oh, it smells nice. All right, good stuff. Back on the bike. Good evening. GPS says 500 meters to our exit. So, not doing too bad. Ah, yes. Of course. They just couldn't let the last few hundred meters be a cruise. This route's looking like a toilet seat. Up, down, up, down. Goober activities. Scat. The scat itself is fine. I just don't want to meet whatever made it. So far it's all been really old, so that's good. Well, well, well. I don't know if you can read that, but this is where we head off. And this is allegedly the Sifler Wilderness Area entrance, which I don't know about. We're gonna look at that on the GPS when we get home, but you know, I'm not allowed to bike in there, so we're gonna leave that there. Sign the logbook because I'm gonna be going hopefully into the wilderness area if I reach the lake. Ah, right in the rain. You'll love to see it. Opening trap line, November 6th, 2024. That's the last entry. You reckon I can find Vernon Retzi in here? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name. August 2024. This is really wet. I don't know. Julian, Lost Stash, something, Spark, iPhone cable, sorry, saw a wolf. Julian was here. Weyhan, okay. I don't know any of these names. This is somewhere you'd expect to see a few well-known Rockies people here. August 2nd, July 3rd, Kansas. That's not Vern. The question is, when did they come through here? And in a way, I'm not surprised to be the first one this season. It's still May, but... Oh, header to Furrer Lakes. Which, by the way, what are those lakes named after? Like, what's the deal with that? What's that? Followed Big Wolf tracks for 4K. Saw a black bear on the highway. 17 August 2023. Thanks for nothing except the rules. It's a friggin' wilderness area. What do you expect, you goober? Oh, look at this. August 30, 23. Climbed Sifler, Loudon, and Furrer. What a beautiful remote area. Please continue to keep it wild and free. Can't wait to explore more. Loudon, Sifler. Loudon. Vern didn't climb Loudon. Who was out here? Was that? That might have been, shoot, what's his name? That might have been Doug Lutz. September 10, 2023. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Second time up this year into Laughing Bears Creek. Can't read that name, but Vern do it. There we go. It did go well. Something about quote-unquote trails. Here we go. First ascent of Sifler in 30 years and tagged for today. That should be Vern's first climb that year. Replace logbook. Alberta Parks. Haley and Katie. To the two gentlemen hiking Sifler Mountain. The first aid kit was actually the old logbook. Replaced it. Something hike. I remember Vern's trip report referencing Haley and Katie. So, that's the whole logbook. Okay, we got pencils. Oh wow, it's soaking. Of course I can't remove it. Alright. Time to sign. This is rite of passage, I guess. May 30. Shout out to Right in the Rain for existing. Heading up Loudon Creek to Unnamed Lake. Timothy Sears. That's illegible. Whatever. Why is this? This is like just ABS pipe. I mean, it should be waterproof. I don't know what gives here, but it's unfortunate. Okay, we got 7:30 right now, which gives me about an hour and a half to 2 hours before nightfall. I will pick those up. And we've got 800 meters of forest. So what I've done is I've surveyed a line in Google Earth. It's perfectly straight and goes through mostly not too dense forest. And I'm going to try and follow that-ish. I'm not a geo-wizard, so I'm not going to get bent out of shape if I get 50 meters off of it. But the big idea is to just kind of stick close to that because that's the shortest route through the forest and avoid BS as it comes up like that. So, we're going to walk the bike up somewhere there, and then, well, we're gonna strike out into the forest. I'll be back once I've walked up. Alright, we got a waypoint for the bike saved. I got a saw in my right hand that legally I do not intend to use. And I got the GPS on my left. I think we're on track up. Yes, we are. I know GeoWizard had some growing pains with this having north up accidentally. So we're gonna hope that doesn't go terribly wrong. Looks like it's alright. Try and follow this line, try and avoid deadfall. And it's a long trail. So one thing that I don't like about this is I'm navigating pretty much entirely on GPS. So, you know, if I drop this and somehow don't feel or see it leave my hand, I don't know how that would happen, I'm kind of cooked. But I do have my instincts, and I do have the Fording River map of the area in my backpack. So I'm not totally cooked. One other thing is that I do have the trail as a catching feature behind me and Loudon Creek as a catching feature in front of me. So that's good. It means I only really have two directions I can get lost in, as long as I don't go in circles. And that way I hit mountains eventually. That way I hit, I think it would be the North Saskatchewan River probably. So this looks like a trail. I'm gonna be honest, this really reeks of trail. The question is always game trail or former human trail. And I think I'd go with game trail if I were a betting person. Either way, happiness, happiness. This, 100% a game trail. So, if I wanted to camp, this would be a terrible place to camp because it's a game trail. But I'm not camping till I get to much closer to the creek. This boot keeps coming undone. It's actually not a boot, it's a shoe, but it's the exact same style as my boot, just without the high top. So, branches in my face, you can see where the confusion might arise. It's like a tornado happened in here, what? You know, I've always had this bad habit of making fun of geo-wizards, complaining about deadfall and brambles. I don't know if you can tell, but I watch a lot of geo-wizard. And you know what? I'm realizing that trying to keep a straight line in terrain like this, or even on the moors, yeah, it's kind of hard. So yeah, I feel for the guy a lot more now, gotta say. What is it? Never judge another man till you walk a mile in his shoes? Solid principle. Solid principle. I think I can just keep on a line here. Not getting too much hairiness. I'm a little to the, what is that, north of my line, so I see deer scat. It's not a bad thing. If I start seeing bear scat, that's much worse, but deer scat, not worried. See that, those holes in there? I never touch trees like that anymore. Because when I was a kid, we had a bunch of really old ash trees on our property taken down. Because now this is what I was worried about. Because of emerald ash borer. And one of the trees had an inside like that. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. I'm gonna grab some of it. And apparently, all the holes were a wasp's nest. Or a bee nest. I think it was wasps though. So a whole bunch of wasps come flying out at me, scare the crap out of me, sting me, and now I never touch tree insides if they have holes in them. Okay, we're almost back on track. I went way north. I think I went out of the gold zone there. It's not a straight line mission. It's not a straight line mission. Well, it's going to be a lot more of this, and I don't have the SD card space to show you all 800 meters, so I'll see you in a bit. I just wanted to show off this spider. Well, there's the spider. Man, I've been disturbing all kinds of spider webs today because goodness knows it's been a minute since anyone came through here. And even on the cut line there were probably more than a dozen spider webs that I went through. Fallen logs are a real mixed bag. Sometimes they can be good to walk on, sometimes horrible, nasty things. Maybe I should have gone under this one. Too late now, huh? Woo! I've been sounding like a stupid owl for a while now. Pretty much since I left the North Sask River behind. I'm going whoo whoo! Not literally, but something like that. Not a lot. And yeah, I sound like an owl. But who cares? Woo! Cool, and now I'm way south of my line. Go figure, huh? Game trail. It's game time. Woo! Oh, buddy, we're halfway. And it's been about, well, maybe 15 minutes, if that. It's perfect. That'll let me pull up to camp in the daylight, set up camp in the daylight, take a quick gander at the river, cook some good food, or I guess it's boil some good water and put it in a bag. Man, freeze-dried meals are good and immensely convenient, but they have zero soul. Woo! Doing all right for myself on the track, it looks like. I mostly just try and cut the stuff that I'm likely to get caught on and blunder around in and get hurt. Just minimizing my impact, or whatever bologna you want to call it. Yes, I know it's baloney. Woo! Well, whatever this natural trail is kind of follows where I'm going, so I'm gonna stick to it for a little bit here. Woo! Guess it was hiding something else under that tree, huh? I don't know if you guys caught that, but there's like a whole fallen tree over top of the pseudo path, and then underneath the tree, I didn't look before I stepped, and there's a whole other branch. I almost stepped into it, but saw it just in time and saved myself. This looks like where I want to go. Oh yeah. All right, cool. I'll see you soon. You can hear the creek. And I've also happened upon this, which is a really well-defined, I think, wildlife trail. And it's really interesting because I was pretty sure I saw this from Esri's satellite imagery, but I wasn't 100%, and it's cool to see that it was actually there. Anyway, I've mostly been following really loose game trails, so that's been quite nice. Not too much deadfall, nothing crazy. Nope. I'm gonna go this way because the deadfall's lower here. I can literally just step on it. Woo! I don't know if y'all can see, but we're getting real close. Of course my shoe comes undone. Again. Okay. Well, let's get this done up. And I remember from satellite, I want to go left where my route hits the creek, because there's a big embankment, and it kind of peters out over here. You know, I have a feeling there might be a second big embankment, because on the map it looks very brown and grayish, like exposed gravel and scree. And this does not look like that. So that is definitely far left enough. Almost communist. Okay, bad joke. But did it make you laugh? Game trail. Game trails be everywhere in here. $7.50. So it's been about, what did I say I left at? $7.25 probably, so 25 minutes to get through there ain't half bad. You know, I was worried I'd be suffering and in brambles and deadfall at chest height, which is just the worst height. Too far left. Freaking commies, man. But no, it's been pretty good. Just normal deadfall and stuff. I think really staying in the areas of forest that looked less dense has paid off. Because yeah, it's been pretty decent walking. What? That does not look natural, but I think it is. Yep, that's natural. Weird. This is a game highway. Yo! Let's go, chat. This is the floodplain of Loudon Creek. Which is where the walk-in gets a little better, because I can just do this. Yes! And I know, and this is just, I stare at satellite maps for hours before I head out on trips, and this is why, because now I know if I follow this up, it will rejoin the creek in no more than 200 meters. I mean, goodness knows I could just listen to it, but I mean, you can hear it right there. But it's great to just know that the route you're taking makes sense. Woo! You really gotta watch yourself around creeks for bears, because they like fish. This isn't the kind of creek where you'd find fish, but I don't know what the bears know, so we're just gonna be cautious and stay strapped as always. See, I don't like how loud it is, because I'm gonna walk up that creek tomorrow for about 7 kilometers, and I was really hoping there'd be some rock on the bank to walk on, but it's really sounding like full-on spring melt season, which is pretty fair. It's May 30th. Actually, we might just have come to it on a steep part, because this looks acceptable. Loudon Creek. She's a beaut. No, definitely in full-on flow mode though. Well, it's good to know. Cool. Let's take a look. What am I doing? All business, no pleasure. There you go. Cool. Is this not gorgeous? Yeah, that's my fault. But it's pretty though, it's pretty. You know, I never mess up my creek long jumps because I fail to jump far enough. I mess them up because the rocks move. And I don't know what that means. I think it means I should look at the rocks more closely. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. Look at those mountains, buddy. Holy. And yes, every Albertan turns into a redneck when they see something beautiful. It's just what we do. I'm sorry. It's incurable. Oh, wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it's about. Well, I got cliffed out back there. I could probably have gotten around at a maybe V0, V1, but it gets pretty sketchy down there, so I'm above the creek for now. But it looks like that might change up there. We'll see. Pretty views. Say that for sure. Hold on, let's get up to here. Yes. Nice. Yellow. Some views up this way. I'm gonna be climbing the side of that. It's pretty snowy, but I'll live. I don't like this. I mean, it's very pretty, but sketchy. Well, 8:59 just now. This is where I'm calling it for going up the creek. Gonna grab water, head up there, try and find somewhere flat to pitch a tent. That's tomorrow's problem. There you go. Welcome to the tent. Had supper, hung up all the smelly things, used the washroom, texted the people, and now it's time for bed. Ooh, is it the moon? I don't know if you guys can see that, but it definitely looks like that's the moon. Anyway, let's turn that off. Yeah. Beautiful place. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's that. I slept, enough to live on, not to be happy with, Let's get at it. Good morning. It's roughly 07:20 hours. That's where I slept. You can probably tell, just because the moss is squished. Terrible gradient to sleep on, but I don't know, I probably slept for 4 hours in total. You think I'm hiking at 7:20 by choice? Dude, I had my alarm set for 8 and I was up at like 4 or something, and I was like, and then I got up at like 6 eventually. So the plan here, first of all, I need to get to my toilet site so I can push the dirt into the cat hole. That's just in here. And then I'm gonna take the easiest route I can that's roughly flat in that direction, because that's gonna be how I get back to the creek without losing the probably 100 meters of elevation at least that I gained climbing up here. So we're just gonna go this way. See how it goes for us. Ow. I'm also not gonna like climb up at all, so if I have to drop down for something, I'll just stay lower like this here. I'm not gonna go back up. That would be a goober maneuver. Alright, well, Garmin message just sent. Beautiful. Well, I'm gonna poke my way through the forest and see you when we get back to the creek, I guess. Well, here we are. Loudon Creek, everybody. You've seen this creek before, but we're back at it this time. And slightly higher. The secret to getting through brush like this is to just be a machine. If you stop and hesitate and think about the best way through, you'll lose your gumption. You just push. That only works if you can choose a half decent route as you walk. If you can't, you might be cooked. But it's really that simple. If brush gets in your way, tell it no and push it out of the way. Yeah, that's genuinely the strategy I've been using this whole time. Bro, my lace is already untied. So sad. Well, I got, as you can see, a good amount of this creek still to climb, so I will see you guys when I am farther up. Yo. Looking good. Like Siffler Falls, except without all the people and safety features. And it might actually physically be kayakable, unlike Siffler Falls. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but you know, it's beautiful. So that's going to be our ascent valley, where we leave the creek. I had to do some pretty heinous stuff to get around those falls. A lot of technical-ish climbing on moss. It was steep and painful, but we made it. That's what matters. Yeah, that's our ascent gully. Well, I guess I better get over there pretty quick. It's nice and flat up here, which is good. Alright, I'll see you at the gully. Welcome to the ascent gully. There's Loudon Creek. Made a little gear cache, left about 6 or 8 pounds of stuff that I'm not going to need here. And I can find it again. Well, gotta go up now. Let's do it. Oh boy. Whole bunch of elevation still to do. Am I going to take another L on this jump? Nope. Beautiful. Alright, I'll get up here and talk to you again soon. Well, we're climbing. We got a long way to go, but from basically the bottom of this creek, I had 600 meters to go, and I've done almost 100 of that in about 10 or 15 minutes. So obviously I'm going to slow down as the going gets worse, but I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. It's just going to be a lot of this until I get properly above tree line, and then it's going to be a lot of baloney. Yeah, 2091. Let's get to 2100 and then I'll stop the video for now. If there's anything else interesting, of course I'll show you, but I think it's going to be quite a bit of nothing, you know, just this kind of thing over and over for probably about 3 to 4 hours based on previous climbs. 2098, huh? So this forest is almost exactly 2100 meters. What do you know? 2100. Nice. Might have a drink of water here. Small update. We are considerably over halfway to the ridgeline. You can barely see the creek down there, but you can see it there, and you can actually see it there. You can kind of see the cut line we came in on, see the highway, North Saskatchewan, Abraham Lake. I want to say that peak ahead there is that Elliott? I think so. Missioner's just blending in over there, but I can just see the tip. I don't even know what that is, but probably some unnamed high point. There's a lot of those around here. There's an unnamed high point up there that I might climb for the fun of it. Just to say I topped out on something or other. I think that's Siffler Mountain. And then that's probably Loudon. Don't quote me on that. But I feel pretty good. My feet are a little sore, but well, it's been 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours and a bit of change since I started. And we're doing just fine for ourselves, so I'm not gonna sweat it, just gonna, yeah, go A to B or whatever. I watched a YouTube video by some guy, can't remember his name, something about map readers. Again, don't quote me, I'll put it on screen or something, but mostly he does navigation videos, but one of his videos was how to walk up hills, and I'm like, I think I know how to walk up hills, so out of curiosity I watched it, and it's pretty useful. To sum it up, it's just take tiny steps, basically. You want your feet to fall under your shoulders, and you don't want to take taller steps than necessary. Supposedly that engages like your thighs and your glutes more, and they're, you know, bigger and stronger or whatever, so you don't get tired as quickly. I think it also keeps your heart rate down a bit, anecdotally. So I've been trying to do that up this, and it seems to be working pretty well, so maybe give that a try if that's something you're interested in. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. See you soon.
Nowhere to run.
nowhere to run. Don't know what to float here. The memory stays. As long as it stays, you are here. Heartbroken year after year.
Running like strangers day after day.
Bruh. There we go. River running from her home. Sun was an altar before reaching out, and raised up the dagger from his belt. He cursed his delusion.
And the sadness he felt, weeping at what he'd become. In the gold of the sun. People running away, running like strangers day after day. Leave him alone. Go down river running from hell.
Bro. Still not 2,500. Yeah, I'm slowing down a lot. There's a stick up here. Don't know how that happened. Oh, this is too sad. When
my eyes survey
I think this has come by storm. I'm gonna stay with you until I hit 2,500. degree is crap, dude. I also just suck, but what the hell? Oh, there we go. For a second it said I went down a meter. Now it knows what's good. 2502. 100 vertical meters to go. I'm not gonna come back until I'm at the ridge. I promise. Well, we're above the minimum coal height, but that snow, savage. I was post rolling up to my hips, and it's not feeling the rocks. Horrible, but this is it. Oh, wow. I camped at about 1,800 meters, so in the last 3 hours I've climbed. I'm at 2683. I've climbed roughly the height of the Burj Khalifa, except on rock, so that's a good time. It's windy. Cool. What the heck? Just hang on. Do you see those falls? Holy cow. Insane views up here. Here, let me point this manually. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So my naive self was thinking, why not summit this random high point, right? Behind me now. Because like, unnamed, just a tiny bump. Probably no one's ever been up it. Frickin' radio repeater. I should know better than to think there's anything new left to do in the Rockies. Whatever. It's still a peak. And I'm right here. Beautiful day for it. Welcome to the, according to my Garmin, 2,731 meter summit of I don't know. Whatever this place is. Yeah, it's windy. It's a little windy. Solar panel's having a bad day. But the views are something else. I'm not stepping onto that snow. It's a good way to die. What's with the wind? Beautiful. There's the Slifford River. You think we can see tourists from up here? I doubt it. that creek right there is where I came from. I mean, technically I came from the river, but you know, minor details. Okay, I'm gonna head behind this to get a break from the wind. And then I'm gonna take a couple pictures, get some food, and head down to the lake. Just messing around on some scree benches here. I just need to see if the route to the lake is good and non-technical the whole way. It's kind of just the big idea of this trip, is check out the route. Oh yeah, that's real nice. Yeah, real good stuff. I think I want to take this bench, which means climbing a bunch of BS. Yes. I want to get to that kind of ridge so I can peek over, see all the way down to the lake. Check it out. Currently I'm running on a Cliff Bar, 2 slices of dried mango, and Spite. Not Sprite, mind you, Spite. Wait, what am I... The bench is there, what am I doing? I think I need to watch my own route finding video again. Goober. This is much better. These rocks are gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, never mind. They fell out of my hands. I just caught the tail end of it, but I heard a massive boom, looked up, and just snow falling off the cliffs. Insane stuff for sure. This scree sucks. Like really bad. Woo-hoo! Windy. Wind at me, I dare you. 11 o'clock. Hey gang, we're on the way back down. I managed to lose my speaker on the far side of the ridge. I watched the footage back, I looked around a bit, but no joy. I'm pretty sure it is at the bottom. So that's awesome and really great. But to be fair, I have a lot of tech with me, and if you had to make me pick one piece of tech to drop here, it'd be the speaker. So, you know, could be a lot worse. Still, could be worse. Anyway, it's just gone noon, and I'm descending already, which is pretty sweet stuff. Guess that's what starting at 7:30 does for you, huh? I'm not gonna lie though, it might take me longer to go down this baloney than it did to come up it, because this is horrible, and I hate it. I don't hate it. I mean, I've done this like probably 7 times before, this kind of thing. Climbing up crappy scree and going down crappy scree, and I knew it was gonna be kind of like this, and I still decided to put myself through it again. So obviously I don't hate it. You are way too big to be moving on me like that. Get out of here with that nonsense. Like, this is, I mean, it's gorgeous and I love it, but this is like no man's land. It's so empty. Like, the life here is this stream. So, you know, you could say it's barren. I think a liter's enough to get me down to the creek, so I'm not gonna fill up here. Don't need to put any more strain on my knees. You know what? I tried to slide down that snow patch. I know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, you don't even have a tool to self-arrest with. I know, that's what rocks are for. I get on, sit down, I don't go anywhere because it's not steep enough. That's a scam and a half. You can't even slide on the snow because it's not steep enough. Well, and I would do this because it's a lot steeper, but you know, it's just got a bunch of death at the bottom of it. So, yeah, I'm not suicidal, so we're gonna not do that. I will say, if this was the last thing I saw, I can't say I'd be upset, because holy, the worst is the scree where it sometimes sticks and sometimes slips, because if it always slips, you just, it's a highway. You just, and if it always sticks, you just do this and kill your knees. That sounded like porcelain. But when you don't know which it is, like this, you can't tell if it's gonna stick or slip. It's really sketchy. Just gotta put your foot down and see what happens, and I hate that. Whatever, I got hours more of this to do. I know you don't want to see it, so. Well, we've had one successful slide. I'm gonna see if I can get another going here. Again, got the self-arrest rock. And honestly, people, if you've never self-arrested using a rock, you're missing out bigly. And when you start sinking in is when you give the heck up. freaking sender, bud. Okay, I'm cold. That was fun though, and probably saved me time. Thanks for coming along. Finally ended up on a uphill corner of one of these snow patches, so I should be able to show you a real slide if it's steep enough, which whew, historically has been a big if. Yes. Gotta turn to the left there with your rock. This is genuinely incredibly efficient. It is an unattractive solution though, because it makes you cold as heck. But it's hard to argue with like 20 meters in 20 seconds. Alright, that's all. Someone play Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, please.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not a life of imitation. Distant cuts into the reservation. Defunct the pistol that you pay for. This punk the feeling that you stay for. In time, I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Burn so bad, I wonder what the wave meant. White heat is screaming in the jungle. Complete the motion if you stumble. Go ask the dust for any answers. Come back strong with 50 belly dancers. The world I love, the tears I've tried to be part of the wave. Can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the trains I hop to be.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but one of my special moves is jumping off of dumb stuff into snow. And
It's bleeding in the snow cone. So smart, you need an ozone. Music, the great communication.
well, snow's harder than I expected, but hey, it works. Oh no.
Of every other nation, you'd go wait the gold of meditation. This chapter's gonna be a close one. Smoke rings, I know you're gonna blow one. All on a spaceship persevering. Use my hands for
The self-arrest with the GPS map 67I is crazy work. I shouldn't be allowed to go solo tripping. I haven't hurt myself yet. I don't intend to.
if it's all for you. The world I love, the trains I hop to be part of the wave. Can't stop. Come and tell me when it's time to. Wait a minute, I'm passing out, win or lose, just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. How about you? 10 more reasons why I need somebody new, just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. Right on cue.
I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's the gear cache. And you know what that means? It means, this is sketchy, we are, well, we're about to be, this is really sketchy, we're about to be off the mountain and back on the creek. And that's why I was moving quickly there. Would have gotten... yeah. Yes. That's the hard part. I'm gonna take a quick break here. Eat some mango. You know how it is. Come here, you goober. Yeah, it's all there, of course. Not like anyone's here to steal it. Oh. The observant among you will notice that we're back at the bike. Yay. You'll also notice that I barely recorded any of the descent. That's because I was in pain. I'm still in pain, but I needed to record this. So now time to get on the trail and ride back. Oh, can't wait.